Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I'm going to talk about what happens when you go back to the narcissist. A lot of people, they second guess themselves and they say, well, maybe things will be different. Maybe the narcissist is re-love bombing you. Maybe they're saying things will be different. And you have second thoughts and you say, well, nobody's perfect, all right? A lot of people go back to the narcissist because they feel, well, nobody's perfect. And a lot of people don't want to start all over with someone else. A lot of times people stay with the narcissist as well is because, number one, they may not want to be alone. Or number two, they feel they invested so many years of their life with this person. They figure, well, let me try to make it work, okay? Because everybody has flaws. Somebody else I could start with, I could have problems with them too, all right? But the difference is the narcissist is toxic, all right? And I'm going to go into what happens if you take that narcissist back. Now, the other reason that people take narcissists back too, before I get into this, is the narcissist may say, well, they'll go to therapy. Generally, when a narcissist goes to therapy, it's because they're forced into therapy. Maybe they don't want to lose their marriage because that means that they have to divide assets. They have to do visitation with their kids every other weekend. They don't want to do that where they lose their freedom or they have to have the kids by themselves, all right? It's much easier if they're with you and you're doing everything for the children and they're coming and going and being free than, when you get divorced and you have to take the kids on your own. So that could be another reason. And also money. Maybe they don't want to move out of a nice house that they're living in. So that what they'll do is, in order to save their marriage or relationship, they'll say, well, we could go to therapy. And a lot of people go to therapy. The narcissist manipulates the therapist and plays the victim, okay? Or the narcissist makes false promises and says, oh yeah, they're going to work at this or they're going to work at that or they're going to try. And it's all lies because what the narcissist is doing is they're basically manipulating the therapist and they're manipulating you as well. Also, if they go to a therapist, if the therapist, challenges the narcissist and tells them that they're doing things wrong, a lot of times the narcissist will say, well, I don't want to go to that therapist anymore, okay? That therapist is messed up. They don't know what they're doing because the narcissist doesn't want to be told they're wrong. So these are all things that could happen before you actually take the narcissist back, right? So people, they try to save their relationships and they do all these kind of things. But what happens is if you take that narcissist back, generally, this is what's going to happen, okay? The narcissist is, the way they get back into your good graces is they hoover you, they love bomb you, they may tell you they miss you, things will be like it was before, all of these kind of things because you have a good supply and they know it and they don't want to lose you because maybe they can't get it somewhere else. So the narcissist is going to try to manipulate you to get back in with you. Or what they're going to do is they're going to guilt trip you and say things like, well, you never gave the relationship a chance. You never gave the relationship a chance. When you did give the relationship a chance, it's the narcissist that was breaking your boundaries and playing games with you. What narcissists will typically do when you break up with them or during the discard, they're going to go around to everybody else and tell them, oh, I really tried. They're going to play the victim like, oh, they really tried in the relationship. You didn't try. And they may even try to guilt trip you with that too and say, well, you didn't give the relationship a chance or you didn't try or I was all in. Oh, I really do love you and all this. So now you got the guilt trip going on, right? And so what happens is a lot of people take back the narcissist, but here's what's going to happen when you take that narcissist back. Okay, you ready? They're going to come back and things are going to be great for the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks tops, all right? Up to a month, generally. The narcissist is going to be nice. They're going to be accommodating. Things are going to be great. They may be affectionate, all of this within the first 3 to 4 weeks, if you get that far, right? But then what happens is the narcissist starts to revert back to their old ways. Then once the narcissist knows they've got you locked back in, you're all into the relationship, they're back in, what's going to happen, you guys? Exactly what happened before, all right? Because the greatest indicator of future behavior is prior behavior. This is what a lot of people don't understand. Because a narcissist doesn't repent. A narcissist doesn't look at what they've done as wrong. If they do say, oh, I was wrong, it's because they're lying, all right? They're trying to manipulate you and pretend to take accountability because you have something that they really need or want. So they're going to, gaslight you with all of that. So what's going to happen, things are going to start happening that happened before. They may start sneaking around behind your back. They may be going on social media behind your back, inboxing other supply, chit-chatting. They may be reaching out to their exes, all right, and just, keeping in contact with their exes. They may start disappearing and ghosting on you again, okay? They're not returning your phone calls. They're disappearing. When you ask them about it, they gaslight and say, oh, I just need time. I need space or something like that. Or they'll end up calling you controlling. Oh, you're trying to control me again or something like that. What they do is they don't respect the relationship. They're going to go back to smearing you, okay? They're going to be smearing you to their family and to their flying monkeys, their friends, their coworkers, and everybody else. And they're going to totally lose all respect for you when you take them back. When you take a narcissist back, you lose your power. And the reason for that is because the narcissist feels that, you let them get away with it the first time. Now you're letting them back in. That automatically says sucker across your forehead because they feel like, oh, you're letting me back in. Oh, you must be stupid. Because they know that they're lying, they're manipulating, they're playing you. And when you take them back, you're showing that you number one, they know they really got you, okay? This is the big one. They know they really got you. You're not going anywhere. Like I said, they were able to do all these kind of, deceptive things to you, and you still took them back. They also devalued you and put you down, and you still took them back, okay? So what does that signal to the narcissist? It signals that you're desperate, all right? You're desperate. And the narcissist will have no respect for somebody who's desperate and takes them back. They just won't, okay? People think, the nicer I am to the narcissist, the nicer they'll be to me. And that's not the way it goes. Sometimes the nicer you are to the narcissist, the more they think you're a doormat. So, it's what you accept is what you get back. And the fact is, when you take a narcissist back, you're accepting their bad behavior. And they also think that you're stupid because you believe that they're going to change. They know they're not going to change. They're not about to do a whole rehaul of, how they operate and everything to change for you. And especially if they don't have to. But what they are going to do, you guys, they are going to change in the sense that they're going to manipulate you better because now they know that you're watching. So they're going to be twice as shifty as before, okay? They're going to be more careful with their phones. They're going to be trying to fool you by maybe calling you a little more to try to reassure you. But that doesn't mean that they're not doing things behind your back. Because narcissists love deception. They love trying to get one over on you. And so they're going to repeat the same behavior and it's going to be twice as bad because now you're looked down on because you took that narcissist back, all right? They expect you to take that abuse. This is what they expect because they feel like you had nowhere else to go. You didn't leave them, right? So they feel like, they have the upper hand. You took them back without moving on to somebody else or moving on in your life. And that shows that you didn't, in their minds, this is what they're thinking, mind you. They're thinking, well, you must not have anything else or anybody else, and you need me. The narcissist is going to figure you need them. So they're going to treat you worse and lousy, and they're going to talk down to you. After that first 3 to 4 week period of coming back, then they're going to start with their sarcastic remarks. They're going to start doing what they did before, and they're going to push the goalpost, all right? They're going to figure that you don't follow through with your boundaries and you took them back. So, again, you're weak, you're desperate, you need them. This is what they're thinking, all right? And that also signals to them that they could do what they want. They could do what they want. They don't think that you're going anywhere. Narcissists generally don't think that you're going anywhere. And especially when you take them back, now they really know that they can run with it, because they feel like even if something happens where you took them back, you had a big fight, maybe you go no contact again, in the narcissist's mind, the first time you take them back, they're going to figure you're going to keep doing that. And the thing is, a lot of people do. That these are those real toxic relationships where they're on again, they're off again. They're on again, they're off again. The narcissist is blocking you. Now you're blocking the narcissist. Now you're unblocking. Now they're unblocking. Then you're talking. And we talked this month. And then we didn't talk for 3 months. And then we talked. Every time that happens, you guys, the narcissist knows that you're still there. Your cutoff game has got to be fierce in order for a narcissist to take you seriously. But when you keep allowing them to come into your life where you're talking to them, when you talk to a narcissist, you are feeding the narcissist, you're entertaining them, you're giving them supply, and you're letting them know that they have access to you. Even if you're not getting together with them, just you communicating with them is allowing the narcissist access into your life. And therefore, they feel that they can maneuver slowly back in again. So they don't care. So when they return into your life, they'll be good for the first 3 to 4 weeks, tops, okay, generally. Then they're going to start pulling their crap, all right? Excuse my French. They're going to start pulling their shit, and then you're going to start arguing with them again because they're not going to respect your boundaries. They're going to still do what they want to do because nobody tells a narcissist what to do, okay? And then if you have a big fight and you break up again, the narcissist is not worried about it because they feel, okay, you're mad right now, but I'll give it a couple of weeks and you'll either come back to me and contact me, or I'll contact you and tell you I miss you, and you'll be lonely and you'll want me back, okay? In the meantime, during that period of not talking, during the breakup, they're out with other supply. They're out with other supply. They are not sitting home twiddling their thumbs, bored, doing nothing. They always have to be around somebody. So they're out with other supply, okay? So now you're taking this person back and you don't know where they've been. You have no idea where they've been, what they've been doing, and now you're taking them back. You're sleeping with them again. And whoever they slept with, guess what? Now you're sleeping with them. And this is how people get STDs from the narcissist. They bring back their dirty mess and they put it on you, okay? Because they're not sitting there like Mother Teresa on the couch watching TV and being celibate. They're not, okay? Narcissists need that lift. They need that, excitement. So, the periods that they're not with you, they're with somebody else. And if they're sleeping around and being promiscuous, whatever that other person has is going to be brought back to you, All right. So you take a chance with these people every time you let them back in your life because you don't know where or what they've been doing or who they've been doing it with. All right. They also figure that you're going to break. They know that you're going to break up with them. Okay. That there's going to be a fight, but they don't care because they feel like they can keep walking in and out of your lives. Narcissists think that they can keep coming in and out of your life. But that's because you allow it, all right? You have to end it or you're going to be doing this for years. You're going to be putting up with this shit for years. People waste years of their lives with this kind of stuff. And they can't move on in new relationships because they're still emotionally attached to the narcissist. They're trauma bonded to the narcissist because they didn't give themselves distance. The only way to heal from being trauma bonded to a narcissist is to distance yourself from them. No contact. Because every time you talk to that narcissist, they're going to play on your emotions. They're going to tell you things that keep you hanging on to them. They're going to tell you they love you. They're going to tell you they care about you. They miss you. They're going through something or they need space or whatever it is. These are all bullshit excuses to keep you hanging, to breadcrumb you and dangle you while they're out having a good time, all right? Don't be a sucker. Let them go. If they're not all in, goodbye, good luck. We're not playing no games here, and don't let anybody play any games with you, okay? Unless you want to waste your time, waste your life. You've got to be very, you got to be very direct, very stern. And especially like when you first meet somebody, right, you guys? It's like I tell my daughter this all the time, right? You've got to be direct. You got to let that person know what you expect in a relationship and what you don't, and what you won't put up with. And you're letting them know up front that you're not playing any games here and you don't expect anybody to play games with you. And so there's no confusion. You've drawn the line in the sand, letting these people know what you expect and what you don't expect. And that's why boundaries are so crucial, because you've got to know yourself what you'll accept and what you won't accept. And you've got to convey it to the person that you're in the relationship with, the narcissist, and let them know, no, I don't accept you staying out all night and not contacting me all night. I'm not a sucker, okay? That's not a relationship. You want to be in the relationship? You want to be with me? Then you have to be consistent, okay? You've got to be consistent and you've got to respect the relationship. If you can't respect the relationship, then I can't be in this relationship, okay? Because it's not going to be one-sided. And you set up that boundary by letting them know, and when they don't do it, okay, it's up to you to walk away, okay? Otherwise, the more you allow, the more they're going to keep doing it. So, it's up to you to let that narcissist know that you respect yourself and that nobody's going to play games with you. Because if you keep letting things go, the narcissist is going to have zero respect for you and be walking all over you, okay? And they're going to figure you're desperate. You're putting up with it. You're desperate. You must not have anybody else. You must be afraid of being alone. This gives the narcissist the upper hand. Don't ever let that narcissist think that they got you. Don't ever, all right? Because then they will walk all over you. You've got to be independent. Have your own thing, okay? So when you take the narcissist back, your value goes down. And if you keep doing it, you get together, then you break up, then you get together, then you break up. Each time you take that narcissist back, your value goes down. I'll never forget when I was dealing with the malignant narcissist, that was like really toxic. And like we would get together, we would break up and then get back together, then break up, then get back. And every time I used to say to him, I'm not going to be here, he never would take me seriously because like for 2 or 3 times, I let him back into my life. All right. Till I finally had enough and I walked away for good. But it's like, it was a joke to him because he felt so overconfident that I would always take him back. See, this is what happens with the narcissist. They get overconfident in thinking that you're always going to take them back till people finally get to a point of no return and they say, not today, Satan. I've had enough. Now that door is closed permanently, okay? So you guys, it doesn't get better. It gets worse, all right? It gets worse because now the narcissist feels that you're desperate, you have low boundaries, you keep taking them back, you must not have other options, you need them. The minute they feel you need them, you lose your power, they gain theirs, okay? The other thing too is once you go back with the narcissist, it's never the same. Okay, and I'm going to tell you again why it's not the same. Because they've already had you. And once the narcissist has already had you, the second time around is never going to be like the first. Because the first was new, they didn't know you, you were something exciting, something new. And that's why also the narcissist may have fantasized about who you were and built you up in their mind. But as they got to know you and the relationship went on, they saw things that they didn't like in you. So narcissists have black and white thinking. And the minute that they see things they don't like in you, you're done. All right. It's like you got that scarlet letter. You're done once they see things in you that they don't like. Or when you start to see through them, once they realize that you're seeing through them, it loses its luster, it loses its appeal, because that's why narcissists like to bounce from supply to supply. They want that, the new supply to idolize them and to admire them and think that they're fantastic and wonderful. But when they've been with you for how many years, they know that you're seeing, hey, they're not so great, okay? They're not so great. You saw the narcissist's weaknesses, their faults, and they don't like that. They don't like when people can see their weaknesses. So you getting back with them already, it's got, you already got a strike against you because of the past, all right? So it's never the same. And it's also never the same because in the beginning, the narcissist put on an Academy Award act. It was never real, you guys. It was never real. It was all to serve their purpose, and that's to get the supply. So this is why you don't take the narcissist back. What's going to happen is you're going to take them back. You're going to see them repeat the same behaviors, and you're going to get disgusted and kick them out. All right. And then they're going to keep trying to come back till you go through this cycle with them, till you finally hit a wall and you say, I cannot do this anymore. Right. But the thing is, you're going to look back and you're going to say, I wish I would have left sooner. You know how many people comment on my posts and say, I wish I would have known this 20 years ago. I wish I would have known this 10 years ago. It would have saved my life. What you guys don't realize is that your time is valuable. Don't waste your time on people that are not serious like you're serious, okay? Don't waste your time on a zero, on a clown, okay? Anybody that's playing these games, you've got to kick them to the curb. You're not dealing with a serious person that you could build with, okay? Understand this. People that are older, that have lived life, will tell you this, and I'm telling you this because I have that experience of over 30 years of dealing, and my whole life of dealing with narcissists. And I will tell you, the last thing you want to do is waste your time with somebody who's not serious and who is playing games, okay? So that's what happens when you let them return. They're going to be ghosting. They're going to be doing things behind your back. They're going to be they're going to manipulate you better till you finally see what's going on. And guess what? In the end, it's all wasted time. So you guys, once it's done, it's done. Let them go. Your ex is your ex for a reason. Let him go. I remember a good friend of mine used to say that to me all the time when I was thinking about going back to one of my exes. He said, let him go. Your ex is your ex, all right, for a reason. And don't forget that. So I hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the video. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askyaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed. I have limited time and availability. You can check out all my videos and reels. I lay it down on YouTube at the Game Exposed podcast. Facebook and Instagram for more information is the Game EXP123, and TikTok, you guys, is the Game Exposed. And have a great day.